Gents, Zem, and I'm actually playing World of Warships today. It's been 2 months. It's been a while. So I jumped back on to my Königsberg grind. I'm really wanting to get to Hindenburg. So I am playing a fair amount of games today. This was my first one in the Königsberg today. I played tanks for a while this morning and it just was shit. So I said, fuck it. And I popped into the World of Warships. I do have a Minikaze out in front of me, and he actually seems like he knows what he's up to, other than the fact that he's pink. Hey, you can't blame the guy, right? Sometimes shit happens, you know, stray torpedo, maybe not so stray torpedo. maybe somebody needed some, motivation, things like that. But I'm not going to hold it against him. So we got Bisco here. He's in the Minikaze, and he's headed for Sea-Cap. I got two battleships behind me, and they are slowly making their way towards sea as well. Now, we have a pretty good idea. We already have 4 battleships spotted, and they are all headed to the north A-Cap. So yeah, this should be entertaining. Spot a Shenyang right off the bat. I had yet to see these new destroyers, and of course he has to stop on me because reasons. He's laying the smoke screen, and I'm still kind of. This is brand new for me, right? So I lose 3, or actually I lose 6 to the side of the mountain, and kind of hoping to get my aim back here. It takes me a little while here in the game before I can actually hit anything. So finally get a shot in on the Furitaka. We got the Ishi, we'll call him Ishi, alright? I'm terrible at pronouncing shit. So Shenyang is still sitting in there. We'll see if we can get another shell into him before he gets get away on us. Minikaze does a nice job of keeping these guys lit, even through the smoke screens. So the Furitaka, he moves all the way up. He's actually past the islands, and God, I hate the replays on this fucking thing. Oh, World of Warships, fix your replays so we don't have this problem. So now I got 2 battleships with me. Got a battleship turning around to the south. Another battleship, he doesn't give a fuck. We got a cruiser right by Cap with a destroyer in it, and he is not really supporting the other destroyer very well. So this should be interesting. So they took the A-Cap to the north. I'm not terribly sure why. So I blow the shit out of that rock. I'm not sure what he did to me, but you know what? I'll stick a couple in there. So Mr. Shenyang again. Oh, wow! It's not quite like tanks, is it? So got the Ishi coming at me. I'm gonna start pummeling him. Probably the easier of the things to hit, for me at least, at this juncture of my return to Warships. Hopefully I'll start having a few more of these games up here. So we got 2 battleships, a cruiser and destroyer against 2 battleships, a cruiser and destroyer. Pretty even odds right now. And we are actually doing a pretty nice job of wrecking these guys. Haven't gotten to fire yet. I'm going to see if I can get the Wyoming. These guys are actually way more interested in shooting at the other battleships, which is fucking fine with me. I'm trying to stay at least somewhat hidden here. Keep backing up here so I don't have to deal with these battleships out in the open as little as possible. So put a nice shell on him. Finally get the set a fire on him. And now I'm trying to see if I can get the Ishi. Yeah, it's just one of those days, I guess. And get 5 shells to hit, set him on fire, and get a nice burner going here. The 2 battleships to the south are finally moving up. Once again, we lose the cruiser or the battleships to a smoke screen. I can't, this is what's great about having a nice DD captain that kind of has an idea what's going on here. He is trying to keep these guys lit for us as much as possible. Wyoming moves in here. I'm going to see if I can wreck him a little bit more. Get some more. The HE shell on this Königsberg is awesome. I actually really I used to think the Kuma was one of the better cruisers at these low tiers, but I really enjoy this Königsberg so far with its hydro and its nice range, and of course those 2 turrets on the back that actually move 360 degrees. You know how many times that actually really helped me. Get the Furataka coming down here in the mid. Kind of trying to figure out what here I'm going to do. I'm trying to get the Ishii knocked out. He's only got 1200 damage, 1200 health, but the Furataka is moving in here, and I switched to AP. We'll see if we can nail him. He's actually going after my destroyer, and we can't have any of that, guys. So nail him hard, get a nice big hit in him. Gets me a Citadel on him on 1 shot, and I leave him at 211. Hit the second Citadel and the destruction of that fellow. So switch back to HE. He's got 1105. I should have known shit was up right now when the 2 battleships that are with me are firing HE shells at other battleships. Yeah, it was that kind of day. It took me like 3 games before I finally got a win in this fucking thing, but I'm almost done. I'm almost out of this ship, but it's definitely a keeper. I think I really enjoyed it so far. The 20 to 30 games I had played in it so far, I really do enjoy it. It's got a nice set of guns on it, nice fast firing, pretty decent HE, and some alright torpedoes. I was a little surprised. I thought for sure that shell was going to finish off the Wyoming, but I got smoked out by the Congo. So get the Ishii up here in the north. He's rebuilding, so I'm just starting to pummel him with HE. I'm really hoping for another fire, slowly but surely. Like I said, you got 3 battleships firing HE. I pretty much figured we were fucked. Yeah. Find the Shenyang. He's on the run. Pop my hydro. And I'm going to... This, folks, is why you need to practice. Or, play more often than once every couple months. I could not hit this guy. I fucked around. I don't know. I bet I blew 50 or 60 shells at this guy before I finally got a decent hit on him. I got to give him credit. He was a wily devil. Joe Bob, you're awesome. There you go, buddy. Hit his torpedo tubes, knock it out, and then once again, he is just all over the place with that Shenyang. Ducking, diving, dodging. I don't remember what was all the double. What's all the D's with dodgeball? Duck, dive, dodge, dip. Yeah, duck, dive, dodge, dip. He's all over the place. So he finally starts giving me a little bit of a broadside, and I'm still fucking missing everywhere. Finally start getting a couple shells into him, and end up destroying him. So I'm at 52,000. So the 3rd battleship decided to come down and join us. We cleared out this side relatively easy, and most of these battleships are sitting with a fair amount of health. So I get to Minakazi, and I ping the map, or actually I don't remember, we pinged the types, but we needed to get back to center. We needed to start taking some of these caps. We're sitting at 600, right? They're sitting at 600, we're sitting at 300. This isn't going to go well. So, Bisco's paying attention, and we are going to try to make it into B cap and see what we can do here. The 3 battleships are making their way slowly, surely, back to center. And I can't knock them for being, not having a whole lot of speed. But at some point, I think they would have turned back a little bit quicker and tried to get back into range, at least of our caps. So their carrier pilot knows what's up. He's bringing in his planes, keeping them lit. I'm trying to knock out this Iron Duke as quick as possible. Richard Margarian, and I'm just pummeling him as fast as I can. The destroyer's working his ass off, trying to keep away from the torpedo planes, and we are hopefully kind ofly trying to get him into cap here. The battleship, he moves off to the, he's actually leaving, and hoping that those are the last 2 planes on the carrier, and we can try to get this destroyer into cap. So he's still running. He actually drops behind the island, waits for the destroyer to pick him up again, and Bisco, like I said, is headed into cap, hopefully to keep it lit. And oh, of course, there would be a kamikaze. Sadly, in the Minakaze, he gets, torped. Good job, Bisco, though. I mean, you played a really nice game. I got the meal. We're going to see if we can start pummeling him, because right now, the only way we're going to win is we got to start killing ships. I still have currently I have a battleship humping an island, and another battleship that's way the fuck out here with me. At least the Conga is attempting to go toward cap, but he's not doing that either. We got a New York here. The Congo, he's turning away. The other battleship with me is turning away as well. So, you know, fuck it. I have to do something here. So I'm charging straight for that cap, and see if I can get in there. They got planes up, of course, still. He's got a spotter plane up. So I'm really like to get on this cap. Unfortunately, where we are sitting right now, and they have the planes up, of course. Here they come. Yeah, my battleships are going the wrong way, leaving here essentially by myself. I'm trying to get into cap. I've a pretty good idea this isn't going to work with this shit, just because I got to. They still have a carrier, and I am mostly by myself. So I turned the hider on, at least see if we can see where the torpedoes are at. Got the AA guns up here, and I got the New York off to my left. He's moving in. The Iron Duke off to the right, along with the König. 3 battleships. That's not fun. So they nail my Congo. That's leaving me here with the New York. I still got 2 battleships that are relatively not interested in engaging here too much. And I come around the corner here. We're at 912 to 366. There's not much I can do here. I'm trying to go for cap, but now I'm going to say screw it, because New York's coming back, and I really need to finish off ships as fast as I can. That's actually about the only way we can win here. At least reset some of these ships, or reset some of these objective points. So I get into B, and just keep pummeling him. I finally got the Emil. He's coming straight at me. Yeah, there you are, buddy. He doesn't seem to be terribly interested in me. Nail him. They're at 950, 951. It's not going well, but we'll see what we can do. Get a set of torpedoes off on him. Put one more set of HE shells into him, and he's kind of fucked. Yeah. Finish him off with a torpedo, and we knocked the cap back a little bit here. But it didn't really do me any good to try to keep cap in this, because we are too far down to make a difference here. So I'm going to have to go after the New York and hopefully finish him off. Still got that HE firing battleship. Yeah, like I said, folks, this game was pretty much fucking... I kind of had a feeling this was going to be this the way it goes, but what are you going to do? So come around the corner, get the New York. He's at 3.3 kilometers. See if I can get a torpedo set into him. He's running away. He's a little bit crappier than the Maximus. So now I'm just switching to straight HE. I still got 3 torpedoes on the other side. So he actually turns away from my torpedoes. He's not your typical tier 5 player. So we'd actually brought this back. We're at now we're at 2-3 and two battleships and a carrier left. He's sitting about 14,000, and I'm just pummeling as many shells in here as I can, hoping maybe we can finish him off here before time runs out. 980, 983, and my torpedoes are running nice and true, and I'm going to get him right up the rear, finish him off. Puts me at 84,000 and 4 kills. But sadly, the Orion is still not seem terribly worried about driving the wrong direction. Oh, this is what frustrates the fuck out of me, guys. I don't play Warships like much anymore. If actually barely at all. Occasionally I'll log in to just see what's going on, and play a few games here trying to get through the Königsberg. But yeah, it hasn't changed much. We still have the same battleship players we've always had. But whatever. It was a good game. The enemy played well. Like I said, we thought we had this to pull back and try to at least give it a chance. But we had actually got down way too far, and there wasn't much chance. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will bring it up some more later on.